The first pick is in for the 2023 NFL Draft, and we are not surprised as it is Bryce Young, the quarterback from Alabama. Shams Charania kind of leaked it a little bit early. We actually haven't heard the pick just yet, but we know that it is going to be Bryce Young. No surprises. This also, the whole week leading up, we knew who was going to be here to react. I'm Joe DeLeone with Blake Ruffino, my co-host on Ruffino and Joe, and the host of Believe in Panthers, Desmond Johnson. Desmond, I want to come to you first here. We were talking a little bit before. It sounds like we all understood that this was going to be Bryce. You sounded excited at the possibility that this was going to be Bryce. So how are we feeling right now that you know who the quarterback of the future is for the Carolina Panthers?
Man, we've been in quarterback purgatory for 7 years, 6 years. And to be able not just to get a guy at the caliber of Bryce Young, but to see what the organization did, what they were willing to do to go up to go get him, the aggressiveness of all of this, it's so refreshing to Panther fans, because normally Panthers, the front office, no matter who the coach is, usually they're pretty conservative. There's usually a defensive coach. They kind of take a conservative approach to things, run the ball, stop the run, that kind of thing. But this is kind of like a poker move, almost like a David Tepper pushing his chips and going, "Hey, I'm worth $15 billion. It's time to kind of put this to work, and let's get the best of the best at all these positions." And it trickles down to even who's the best quarterback in this draft. Let's go get him instead of trying to make CJ Stroud the best or Anthony Richardson the best. Let's go get the dude that's the best right now. Like, tape don't lie. And it's Bryce. I mean, to me, it's Bryce. Now, his potential is so much higher than everybody except for Richardson probably in this. And Richardson's is all physical, but with Bryce, he has all the tools you want at that position. You want a point guard, basically, and he's basically the best point guard type quarterback in this draft. I got over the size issues. Something that was brought up on, I think, Believe in Panthers a week or so ago. Mm-hmm. People talk about how small he is and that he might get injured and that that might be a problem. You got to almost look at it in reverse, and because this isn't 1985. The 1985 Bears aren't going to be chasing him around. If they were, then yes, I would be highly concerned that Bryce Young would not make it through that game. But in today's NFL, you can barely touch the quarterback. You can't hit him above the neck. You can't hit him below the pelvic area, really. So you have this area to try to hit, and Blake's is like down here someplace. Plus, it's a different thing than with Cam Newton. We would complain that referees were refereeing him differently because of his size, that they were treating him as if he was a runner and not a quarterback. Who's to say that these referees are not going to referee Bryce Young differently because of his size, as opposed to it being a detriment? It could actually be a benefit that the refs are going to give him calls because of his size, as opposed to ignoring calls because he's too big. And I don't think anyone's even brought that up. So that could actually be something we start seeing in the next couple of seasons, where we see referees start to referee these guys differently. And if it works for Bryce, you're going to see the same trickle-down effect you've seen with Steph Curry across the world of basketball. You're going to start seeing 5'9", 5'10" quarterbacks staying in that position from high school on and getting looked at in the NFL, which you don't get today. So this is a big deal for not just the Panthers, but I think the NFL in general. If this works, it's going to change the way we look at football in that position in general, and the Panthers are at the forefront of it. So I can't be mad at that. I'm a little nervous to see if it works or not, but I have pretty good confidence that they're going to get something good out of this.
So Blake, watching Bryce Young
pick us in,
terrorize you as an LSU fan.
All
right. Terrorize the SEC, and now you get to watch him terrorize the NFC South. How do you feel?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. He's the best quarterback in the draft, Joe. I don't think that's any question. He's done a lot of great things. He's a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Look, I don't mean this disrespectful to Desmond. The size is an issue, okay?
Look,
Drew Brees, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, all have experienced more injuries throughout their career than others, okay? We've seen Drew in New Orleans have to go through many injuries. He had a size issue. My only thing with Bryce is, from an on-the-field standpoint outside of size, we're going to make all of that a big thing. Joe, he would go long times throughout the year, the last 2 years, with high incompletion percentage rate. I think that's something he's got to work with, but you're not going to get a better talent at quarterback in this draft better than Bryce Young. It's the best pick that they can make, and good for them for getting their quarterback for the future. It is my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment there. The injury stuff, is understandable. He's got to add more weight to his frame, but I'm on the same boat as you guys. This is the best possible pick to set them up for instant success. The NFC South has a lot of question marks. The Saints are getting old. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are getting very old. The Atlanta Falcons have not figured out their current situation. So they are set up with Bryce Young to do damage in his second season, just like Trevor Lawrence has done already for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So absolutely, I think this is going to be a great pick. Guys, we'll see what happens. Desmond, appreciate you joining us for this instant reaction. Congratulations on getting your quarterback of the future.
Appreciate you guys. You're in for a long Thursday night, huh?
For sure.